Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Anne. This is Solutions_ME. We talk about affordable fragrances here. So if you love to smell good at a good price, then you're in the right place. Today we're going to be talking about Wazeer from the Al Noble line from Lattafa. But before we start, have you subscribed? If you haven't, consider subscribing, clicking the notification bell as well so you know when I post a new video. So let's get right into it. Today I want to keep it crisp, short, and simple. I say that all the time and then I ramble on. Okay, so guys, first off is the bottle. Let's look at this bottle. Let's appreciate this beauty of a bottle. I like it. It looks like one of the Penhaligon's bottles. I understand that this is a clone of a brand called Panadora or whatever the name is. So I really don't know much about that. I'm going to be talking about this in the context in which I have used this perfume. So I believe we should start with the notes. Wazeer opens with a very citrusy, green, but really sweet scent. When I first spray this, I actually get something that feels like a very ripe tropical fruit, somewhere between a mango and a pineapple. So imagine mango and pineapple crossbred and had a baby, something that smells like that. So I get that. And then I get the citrus, but the citrus is not the sweet type. So it's something green, something bitter. Almost feels like they're crushed green leaves, in that opening. So citrus in the background, the greenness in the opening, as well as a predominant sweet, fruity scent that smells somewhat like a mango or a pineapple, somewhere in between. Now, the reason I'm emphasizing that fruity smell in the opening is because what you have in the formal notes that are online, you have bergamot in the opening, you've got bitter orange, there's mint, and there's juniper. So if you read the notes and take it for what it is, you might assume it's a fresh, citrusy opening. This opening to me doesn't feel fresh. It feels dense, it feels sweet, almost leaning gourmand in my opinion. And for me, that smell lasts somewhere up to 15 minutes thereabouts. When I get to the 15-minute mark, I start to smell the purple florals, and it's very evident. That's the star of the middle in this perfume. So if you know Jeune Noir by Harmain, that one is also very heavy on the purple florals. This one has in the middle iris, dark chocolate, raspberry, caramel, and pear. I get a lot of the iris. So if you can use a perfume like Jeune Noir by Harmain, you will like the middle of this perfume. I get the iris is very dominant in the mid. I do get the caramel notes. I don't know whether I can make it out to be caramel, but it comes through as something really sweet. So the iris, but a very sweetened iris scent, and it gets quite powdery at this stage. So it's a powdery, dark, really decadent, sweet iris, and that lingers for like 30 minutes till you get to the dry down. So by the time I get to the dry down, which is, let me say, around the 45-minute, 1 hour mark thereabouts, I start to get the woods. And this is a woody fragrance. This gets really woody in the dry down. There's sandalwood in here, there's vetiver, there's cedar, there's amber, vanilla, and musk. What I get in the dry down is mostly a hint of that citrus. So the citrus note pretty much carries through this fragrance. In fact, when I asked my husband to smell it after it had been on my skin for a while, he mentioned that he was smelling tangerine. So I kind of guessed that it was the citrus. So the citrus note carries through the duration, but then it becomes less bitter as it dries down. You get that greenness kind of powering through the duration as well, but again in a more mellow form. You get some sweetness, and that sweetness is coming from the vanilla. So you're getting the sweetness of the vanilla. You're definitely getting the cedar in this one. So you can definitely smell that cedar, a little bit of mintiness versus a menthol scent. It's not heavy on that menthol, because you know cedar has something a bit mentholy in it, like pencil shavings, that kind of scent. So you're going to get that. You're going to get the cedary smell. You're going to get hints of mint. I do. You're going to get that vanilla just warming things up. You're actually going to get the muskiness as well, and you're going to get a little bit of the vetiver in the dry down. Now, the dry down toes the fine line between unisex and being a feminine leaning perfume. I feel like the vetiver kind of helps it to create that balance so that it's a perfectly unisex fragrance. Now, let me do a roundup of the scent profile again, just so we're clear. Opening is a green citrus with very fruity, sweet fruity nuances. The mid is a purple floral powdery nuance, right, with some caramel and all that to sweeten things up. The base is more the woods, slight ambery notes, some vanilla to warm things up, a slight vetiver note as well to keep this from being overly sweet. So in this perfume, you're going to get not fresh, but some citrusy accords. You're going to get some herbaceous kind of accords. You're going to get some floral accords. You're going to get some gourmand touches as well. That is Wazeer Al Noble for you. Lasting power on me is 3 to 4 hours on my skin. In the last hour, it becomes pretty much a skin scent. And like I said, it's a skin scent with a slight citrus hint and some woodiness and all that I just mentioned. But 3 hours, you're going to smell really good. You're going to get all the nuances that I've explained to this fragrance. In terms of who would be using this, or you know, in what direction it leans, I would say that this is, for me, it's a perfectly balanced unisex fragrance. Just as long as if you love masculine fragrances, you also love the sweetness that comes with some of them. So if someone who loves masculine fragrances but you don't like sweetness, you're not going to like this one. If you're somebody who likes feminine fragrances but you don't like woody accords, or you know, that greenness and citrusy notes, you're not going to like this one. If you don't like the purple floral accords that come with some powderiness, you're not going to like this perfume. If you don't like a very deeply sweet perfume, you're not going to like this one. So you have to think of all of that as you make your decision. Now, on my clothes, this gives me about 7-8 hours on my clothes. So I'll say that the lasting power is quite good. In terms of where I would wear this to, I feel like this is good for an occasion where you want to sort of smell different. So if you're looking to smell different, if you're looking to make a statement with your fragrance, this is a good one. This is definitely not a shy fragrance. If you wear this, people are going to smell you and they're going to talk and they're going to ask you what you're wearing, because I've gotten a lot of comments. What are you wearing? Oh, it smells different. The only thing is, when they ask what you're wearing, they're not going to say that they want it, but they're going to ask what you're wearing, or at least that was my experience anyway. So that's pretty much it for this fragrance. Do I like it? I do, but it's a fragrance that I have to be in the mood for. It's not one of your mass appealing type of fragrances. It's a to me, very complex fragrance, because there are several facets to it that you kind of need to ease into. And if you don't like one facet, then that can spoil the experience for you. So for me, I'll say this is not very easy to wear. Definitely not a safe blind buy. I'll give this 7.5 over 10. It's a good fragrance, but you have to be in the mood. You have to really understand the different nuances and facets to be able to pull this off. Yep, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on Wazeer Al Noble from Lattafa. Nice fragrance, beautiful fragrance, but takes some getting used to, and definitely not a safe blind buy. If you watched till this point, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you again on another video, do enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye.